You're not one of those salad girls. Diet culture rotted mother-in-law's greatest hits. This will be great. Saw a post on here about a mother-in-law body shaming someone, and it made me think of my mother-in-law. I wasn't going to hijack the comments, but I'm still thinking about her and her food weirdness, so here we go. I'm so glad I found this sub because this shit is wild. I'm pretty sure my mother-in-law has some kind of eating disorder. I try to say that with empathy because it's clear it has dictated her entire life, but she weaponizes the hell out of it. Their whole family is obsessive about food and wellness because of her. She and her husband both retired early. She was a quack pseudoscience practitioner, literally not even licensed where we live. He built up and sold a few fitness-related businesses, but he's fine. He'll drink a beer, he'll eat fries. She talks about bloat like it's radiation. Both sons now work in fitness too. She trained both boys herself, like literally trained, ran drills with them, designed their workouts, managed their food excessively as teenagers. Not in the way a mother cooks for her children. I'd bet money my brother-in-law also has an eating disorder beyond the average gym bro shit. My husband is the golden child. Congrats to me. He's the one who gives me shit for buying Diet Dr. Pepper, but will still take a sip when we're out. Just a sip, babe. It is infuriating. Between him, mother-in-law, and brother-in-law, he is the most sane one, which I realize is not saying a lot, but also kind of is if you knew these people. For context, I'm in good shape and active. I work out because I like how it makes me feel, but I also eat what I want. I don't spiral if I eat something not clean. Food is food. Meanwhile, mother-in-law cannot shut up about it. Every other conversation turns into some sermon about how real women eat real food, which is always said with this little pity smile, like I've ever once ordered a salad to impress anyone in this family. Ironically, brother-in-law's latest ex was extremely thin, shocker, but she never got the brunt of the sermons like I do. It would be funny if it weren't so fucking exhausting. She'll order something performative that's both real food and clean from the menu, nibble like a pet mouse, then spend the rest of the meal poking around my husband's plate like it belongs to her. I have literally seen her pluck a single crouton out of his salad with her fingers and pop it into her mouth like that's a normal thing to do. Nobody at the table blinked. She always has a glass of white wine though. That's the one exception. Food is strategic. Wine is constant. The worst thing, the thing that lives rent-free in my head was this lunch last year. I was pregnant. We'd just come from an OB appointment she asked to tag along to. Don't ask me why I said yes. And we went out after. She ordered tuna steak and an herbal tea with some unhinged specification about the water being exactly 160 degrees, barely touched her food. What she did do was ask my husband if she could try a bite of his burger. Except she didn't wait for him to cut her a piece, which already would have been weird in my opinion. She picked up the burger and bit into the exact same spot that he had just bitten. I need to be clear. I watched my mother-in-law eat from a still warm bite mark left by her son, while I sat across from them, visibly pregnant but feeling like human furniture. My husband didn't even blink. I was the only one disturbed. I brought it up on the drive home like, I can't believe your mom did that, and he looked confused. Did what? I had to spell it out. She bit from the same spot you did, he shrugged. So, she's my mom. That was a fight. He tried to frame it like I was the one being weird, said something like, are you not going to share food with our kid? And I told him, yeah, not like that. Not when she's 24 and married and expecting a baby. Anyway, I'm happy to report he's since returned to therapy and doing a lot better. This would never fly now. Another time we went to a hockey game. Father-in-law bought snacks for everybody. Mother-in-law took half a pretzel, made a little performance out of indulging. Then father-in-law handed popcorn to my brother-in-law, who had pulled a muscle the week before. Not a big deal. She immediately goes, popcorn? He doesn't need salt. His body's inflamed. She said it like he was on death's doorstep and the sodium was going to finish the job. The latest was earlier this semester. Father-in-law is obsessed with his outdoor pizza oven and invited us over for dinner one night. On the drive there, I told my husband I don't think I've ever actually seen him eat pizza in the 2 years I've known him. He denied that vehemently, and when we showed up, he said, hey, she says she's never seen me eat pizza. Isn't that crazy? Mother-in-law immediately goes, he does eat pizza, just not gas station pizza. She often uses gas station or trailer park as descriptors around me, which I know are 100% digs. I believe this woman genuinely resents me for growing up poor and having the audacity to marry into her wealthy family. Anyway, eventually she offered me the last slice, smiled, and said, you're not one of those salad girls. Please take it. I had given birth less than 4 months ago. I thankfully never really struggled with body image or food issues, but this hurt because I knew what she was doing. My husband shut it down to his credit, told her, don't talk to her like that. She did her usual, like what? Face. Same one he used to do before therapy. Then she launched into some unhinged rant about full-fat cheese and turkey sausage protein like she was writing a paleo cookbook out loud. He interrupted and told her again, don't comment on what my wife eats. She doubled down. I wasn't. I meant it as a compliment. I'm not the salad girl either. Like, okay. Fucking rich coming from the woman who takes 3 performative bites then hovers over my husband's plate the rest of the meal. Eventually, she crashed out and was like, God, when did we all get so sensitive here? It's all projection or it's control. I don't know. What I do know is that she never just eats normally. Every bite she takes has to be someone else's or be a performance. And if it's not that, then it's some whole monologue about fuel and gut health. She'll literally monologue about the benefits of steak and red meat, knowing I don't eat it myself, just preference for women because of the iron, nibble hers, and then pick at my husband's sides the whole rest of the night. He wouldn't let her pull another burger bite stunt, but struggles with the whole picking grazing boundary still at this point. Progress, I'll take what I can get for now. Anyway, this is my super long rant about a toxic wellness diet culture, brain-rotted mother-in-law who makes every shared meal a personal level of hell we're all invited to. Advice or even snark, LOL, on how to handle her in these moments is welcome. I struggle with speaking up around her because I'm a quiet person and she is very domineering. No advice needed on her being around my daughter. I know exactly who she is. She's a terrible influence for body image and diet culture, and yes, I recognize my husband has the capacity for that too. I know what needs to be in place when my daughter starts solids and gets older and can pick up on this food obsession. There will be boundaries, there will be distance, and there will not be another generation of salad girl rhetoric. Not on my watch. Hello, Tater.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
I believe 2 things about this story. One, that mother-in-law is a lot, like a lot. And I'm sure she's headache-inducing to deal with. But also, I don't really find it weird that she took a bite of his burger, like where he. I don't find my mom could take a bite or eat my whole burger. I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't find that weird either. And there's a good point for a quick check-in with chat. Is that weird to you? Like eating off of your child's food in like the same spot that they bit. I
wouldn't care if my grown children did that.
It's not a big deal to me either.
I'm like, look, dude, you lived inside my body. It's fine.
As long as you don't like slobber all over it.
Yeah.
Now you have to be careful with Navy Thunder because she'll backwash if she takes a drink of your drink, right?
I don't share drinks.
If she's eating a snack, like do not let her take a drink of your drink because you're gonna get 100%. Some crummies at the bottom of that thing. You're gonna get some vanilla wafer chunks at some point.
I don't find it weird to share food with my mom, like, or my dad. Like, I don't care. Like, I have bigger fish to fry on that thing. Like, not letting Navy backwash on my drink. But I didn't find the crouton thing weird either. But the mother-in-law is a lot. Yes. Like, she has. It would be a lot to put up with. It would be a lot to handle, and to constantly be in it all the time, I feel like would drive someone up a wall. Also, there's nothing wrong with gas station pizza.
Absolutely.
Insert Casey's breakfast pizza
Casey's
here.
Pizza rules. Casey's
so
maybe
black hole for shitting on Casey's pizza.